so stuck in something that's uncomfortable that you don't know how to get out of it. And that no matter how hard you try and move, you're like just being sucked back in. So my position was in a swamp, that my legs were stuck in this swamp in these gumboots, and no matter what I could do, I would just push to try and get out, to like leap out of there. But the more I did, I didn't have any foundation or traction, so I just sunk more and more and more. The harder I tried, the lower I got, like quicksand. And on the other side of things, I envisioned these pristine turquoise waters that were gorgeous and were simple and real and just warm. And it was that like aqua color. There was music going. There were people over there. There were people I respected and looked up to, and knew that one day I was meant to belong with the turquoise waters people. But I didn't know how to get there. That was in 2018 when I hit my ultimate bottom. I ended up in the hospital with suicidal ideation after I'd had various depressive episodes in my life, diagnosed with generalized anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, and ADHD. And realizing that I was such a people pleaser, no matter what I did, it would never be enough. I was looking for external validation to the point where it stopped me from finding anything good about what I was doing just for the sake of doing it for me. I would feel guilty about spending time on self-care. I would hear the term all the time, just focus on you, Erin. You just need to really dig into that self-care, really just take care, take good care of you. Hang in there, just take care. If I'd heard that word one more time, just hang in there, when I was going through mental health hell, I don't know what I would have done. But luckily, my moment came to me one day as I was standing in a church service with my husband, and we were listening to that song, What a Beautiful Name It Is. And it was in between the music that my pastor got up and started talking, because he would do a prayer in between the break in the music, right? And I heard the words, unshackle from the chains that bind you. And something clicked. I was leaning on my husband like this, tears streaming down my face. And I realized at that moment, I was shackled. I had been shackled. Invisible. Chains. Imprisoning myself mentally for 35 years. Not fitting in, not feeling good enough, feeling like a loser, trying to just, show up and fit in and laugh at myself and just do things for attention, or completely isolate myself because of the pain and misery. I didn't know that I had mental health challenges when I was younger. Didn't find out till I was 35, after I'd had my 2 kids. And after going through some pretty rough postpartum depression. I still lived with this guilt and shame constantly that was shackling me. And it had me like unable to move my hands free. And I knew that one day I would find those turquoise waters, because I'd been doing personal development for 20 years. I'd tried anything and everything to make my way through the world and show up differently, show up as a leader and be there for people. And I was constantly doing for others. And what I absolutely had to realize at that moment, that day, was that if anyone was going to unshackle me, it was going to be me. I actually was already unshackled. Thank you Jesus to what he did for us, but it took me 35 years to understand that. If you're in that position right now where you are shackled, freedom is out there for you. I don't have the key for you. You do. I can give you the key, but you're the one that has to turn it if you want to break free. Or you can find the strength to just literally break them up yourself. So, for me, that's part of my story. And it's the reason that I do the work that I do as a mental wellness coach. I am lit up by the idea of helping people break past their impossible limits. Help them see the things that they're saying to themselves that are damaging, and find a way to acknowledge and thank those parts of themselves that have been protecting them all these time. And then find a way to flip the script in a way that is serving and supporting them, in a way that helps them take ownership of their life, in a way that helps them find their way back home to themselves. That is the work I do as a coach, and I have never felt more in alignment and more proud of the work I get to do, because it is life-changing work. So this is a summer of unshackling for my clients. This is a summer of releasing, unmasking, literally unmasking to the world who you really are. And I invite you to join me on this journey, because we are going to unleash some serious burdens, figure out what's truly going on for you, and let you know that all the answers you have that you've been looking for are inside of you. My job is to help you see what those answers are, and to extract the heaviness that you feel and pull down the stress levels so that you can even get into that space of quiet, that you can even get into that space of listening to yourself. Because guess what? Nobody's going to do the work for you. And you're responsible for getting there. If you're in that space right now where you know there's no other options, you've tried everything, like I had, this may be the message that you need to hear to help propel you forward, to springboard you into action and saying yes to yourself. Because I can promise you that with the work and the commitment and the dedication you put to yourself, there's nothing that you can't do, because freedom exists over here. The prison that is in your mind right now, that is taking over your beliefs, perceptions, thoughts, behaviors, and actions and habits, can shift. And that's where I come in. So if this is something that you would like to explore for yourself, book a call with me, one-on-one, and we will explore what these next steps are for you to unshackle and design the life that you know you're destined to live.